everyone, and welcome to day 24 of Vlogmas, the penultimate episode. Yeah, welcome. We made it to Cornwall. I am currently sat in my mother-in-law's spare bedroom. I found a nice cosy little corner though. It looks quite nice with the fairy lights, doesn't it? Today isn't quite what I had planned in terms of a video for you, so I'm kind of winging it a little bit. It is actually already 6:30 in the evening. We had been planning to meet all of Tom's brothers. He is the youngest of 4 boys, and between the 4 of them, they have produced 14 grandchildren for my my in-laws. My boys being the youngest. Arthur is about 18 months younger than the other youngest, if that makes sense. So Jasper's quite significantly younger. And the plan had been to head to Pras Sands, which is a beach on the coast in Cornwall, kind of between Helston and Penzance. And go for a bit of a beach walk. And my plan for the video had been that I would give you a video of a beach walk in Cornwall, but unfortunately the weather has been absolutely hideous and everyone decided that they didn't want to do a beach walk. So instead we just met at a leisure centre at the local, it sounds really wrong, we met at a bar in a leisure centre at the holiday park in Pras Sands, and we just had a few drinks and they played pool and all kinds of stuff like that. But that wasn't really conducive to me filming a Vlogmas episode. So yeah, I didn't quite get the plans that I was expecting for today. But it's fine. As I said, we'll wing it. I have an idea. But yeah, journey down was all right. The traffic and everything like that was absolutely fine. But Tom has been struggling a little bit with this jet lag, understandably, having literally just got back from Hong Kong. So I had to do a fair bit of the driving, kind of the bulk of it. But that's fine. I'm used to driving to shows and all of that kind of stuff on my own, so it wasn't too bad. And we made it here in plenty of time on Sunday evening. So yeah, and we've had a day now to kind of settle in and get ready and finish the last minute bits and pieces, although I've still got some wrapping to do. I must do that once I finish this video. I've still got some wrapping that needs to be done. Yeah, but other than that, we're starting to relax, which is nice. But I thought that for this video, we would look ahead to 2025 and look ahead to kind of the plans that I've got for 2025 in various different ways. So I was going to talk about the business and the kind of plans I have for the business in 2025, but also kind of knitting. I know it ties in a little bit, I guess, with the bingo crafting goals and things like that, but also kind of plans for knitting and also kind of just plans for us as a family, I guess. Should we start with, where should we start? I don't know where to start. Let's start with knitting goals. I'd like to do more garments this year because I've really enjoyed the last couple of garments that I've knit, and yeah, it's been really fun. I feel like I've found my style of garment with the striped ones that I've done, the last 2 being striped ones, because I feel like that really works for me in terms of the amount of time and the kind of motivation. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like that really works for me with the motivation to kind of get something done, because changing colours regularly works. So yeah, I think I see some more stripy jumpers on my horizon. I'd really like to knit another aquamarine. That is the jumper that you might have seen me wearing at my craft day. And also there was a little snippet in a video where me and my friend Laura were both wearing aquamarines, both very different. But I'd love to knit another one. That's a pattern by Park Williams, I believe, and it's like a scrappy, bulky weight jumper, but you make up the bulky weight using scraps, so it works really, really nicely. It uses loads and loads of kind of yarns and stuff. I think I used like 5 or 6 skeins of 4-ply, plus I used a few skeins of DK in it as well. So yeah, a great stash buster, and it's so cozy and so comfortable. It is one of the most comfortable garments I've ever knit. So yeah, more garments. I'd like to try and knit some more socks this year. I'm determined to actually get some socks knit and finished and stuff like that. Gnomes, obviously, I've talked about wanting to catch up with gnomes. I'd like to tackle colour work this year, and maybe I should have put that on my bingo board. I've tried in the past. If you've been around the podcast for a long time, you'll know that the only colour work things I've ever actually managed to complete are gnomes. Things keep getting frogged, basically. But I'm going to give it a go this year, I think. This is going to be the year where I conquer colour work. That's me setting a big goal. So yeah, that's kind of my knitting plans for the year, I think. Nothing too dramatic, nothing too chaotic, but just kind of regular progress on a few different things. And we'll see how it goes, I guess. Let's go in terms of the business. So I plan quite thoroughly for the business, although I'm a little bit looser with a few things this year. We've obviously got the 2 clubs. So the Alice in Wonderland Yarn Club, which is my kind of 100-gram / sock set kind of club for the year. And we'll be moving through that chronologically as the year goes on, because there are 12 chapters in the book, which is convenient. And then I'm going to do my Sweet Shop minis, which I'm super excited about. I'm really, really looking forward to dyeing up the first load of those in January. They all release for pre-order on the 1st of January. So yeah, there'll be information coming out before then. And then January is always a really exciting month, a really fun month for the business, because we have Winnie the Pooh Day. So the 18th of January is A.A. Milne's birthday, and it's like a nationally recognised holiday. Well, not a holiday, not in that sense. You know how you get like World Happiness Day, International Women's Day, like all of those kinds of days that are specified, but aren't necessarily public holidays. Well, the 18th of January is officially Winnie the Pooh Day. So I always do a big shop update on the 18th of January where I will restock a lot of the Winnie the Pooh stuff, and I usually introduce some new Winnie the Pooh colours. So far we have Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Rabbit, Owl, Eeyore, Kangaroo. We then have a Tigers Don't Climb Trees colourway. We have Christopher Robin. We have Heffalump. I think that might be it. Something like that. So I need ideas for more colourways. I'm going to have to sit down and go through my Winnie the Pooh book, I think, and come up with some ideas for a few new colourways to add to the Winnie the Pooh collection. But yeah, I'll be restocking all the minis and everything like that, and that's always a really, really fun one. I'm wondering about doing a pre-order for some of the Hogfather colourways. I was chatting to my friend Laura about doing pre-orders and stuff like that. This is different Laura Lonely Knitter Laura. And I don't know, I've never really done it before. I've never really done pre-orders for my Advent colourways, but some of them I really love this year, and I would love to dye up on 100-gram skeins. So I don't know, if you've had my Advent this year, is that something you'd be interested in? If you haven't had my Advent this year, is that something you'd be interested in? Do I need to go through and pick out a selection of my favourite and maybe dye them up in January or something like that? I don't know, let me know. Then February will just be, I don't quite know what I've got going on in February, but I'll work something out. We might do some Valentine's kind of stuff. March, I've got the first half of the Discworld colourways. So the Discworld colourways that I launched as the club colourways from last year, I'm going to be launching as collections, but I'm going to do it in 2 halves. So the first half of the year as clubs will be launched in March in time for East Anglia Yarn Festival, which is one of the shows that I'm vending at this year. And then the second half will be released later in the year, basically. So there'll be 6 colourways in each collection, each half of the collection. That's what I did with my Beatrix Potter one when I did the Beatrix Potter Club and then brought them out as collections, and it worked. It worked really, really nicely. So that'll be coming out, and then there'll be some more collections. I've not quite decided on collections yet. So let me know. Are there any book series or anything like that that you would be interested in seeing collections of in the future? Because I'd be curious to know. Yeah, I'm obviously doing Alice in Wonderland as a club. I've wondered about doing something based around The Wizard of Oz, but there's a lot of Wicked stuff out at the moment. So that feels a little bit too similar to what everyone else is doing. So yeah, I need some ideas. I'm wondering about doing something based around Robin Hobb and the Realm of the Elderlings, maybe something based around the kind of Farseer trilogy. That would be really cool. I'm, yeah, possibly working on that with a couple of people, so we'll see about that idea. But yeah, let me know books, what would you be interested in seeing? Show wise this year, so far I've got East Anglia Yarn Festival in March, so you'll find me there. You'll also find me at the Wool Monty in June in Sheffield. And that is all I've got confirmed at the moment. When applications open for Glasgow School of Yarn in October, I will apply for that. So fingers crossed, I will have Glasgow as well. Hopefully, because it will be my only Scottish show. Oh, I think that's Tom. Hello.
Tea.
Tom's bringing me tea. Gotta love a husband that brings you tea.
There you go, there's your tea.
Thank you very much.
It's very hot.
Oh, ow, ow, it is very hot. Here's Tom.
Hello, hello. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you. I've forgotten what I'm saying now. Yeah, I hope I get in because it'll be my only Scottish show. I did apply for the Woolly Good Gathering, which is the new Edinburgh one in April, but unfortunately I didn't get in this year. So yeah, that's that, isn't it? I am going to go as a customer because I really enjoyed it when I visited as a customer last year. It was a really friendly show. It was lovely. You could see how well they supported their vendors. So yeah, but yeah, just not lucky enough to get in this year. It is a very small show, so it's just one of those things, isn't it, really? You can't get in everywhere. But yeah, that's basically it for shows this year. I'm hoping things will be a little bit calmer and a little bit more organised this year because it really has felt, I say this year, I keep saying this year, don't I? It's not 2025 yet. We are still in 2024, but I feel like I've finished the year. I think that's why. Yeah, I'm hoping things will be a little bit more organised and a little bit calmer next year because it's been so chaotic this year. But yeah, that's kind of that. And then personally, we haven't got masses of plans, which is quite nice. We've got a long weekend. We've got 5 days in February where we're off and the boys are off. We don't get a full week half term in Scotland in this half of the term. So we don't get a week in May and we don't get a week in February. We just get long weekends because we have 2 weeks in October. But I'm hoping... Yeah, we've got that 5 days off and we're just trying to decide whether we want to do something. I really like the idea of going and like booking a cottage somewhere in the Highlands and just going away for a weekend to a cottage and going and getting a bit of walking done and things like that. Or maybe even one of the islands, something like that. If you have been anywhere in Scotland that you think is lovely and you've got any recommendations, then let me know because that's what I would really like to do. Yeah. I think, yeah, that's my dream for it, I think. We're definitely not going anywhere further afield. We're just going to stay in Scotland and do something relatively local. And then we have got plans in the summer. We are going away for a week in the summer, but I can't talk about it too loudly because it's a bit of a surprise. So yeah, that's that. But we're hoping that will be it. We're not going to book anything else chaotic and busy and during the summer this year. That is it. We are going to do that weekend. They're going to do that week away. Well, it's a bit more than a week, kind of 10 days, I think. That 10 days away. And then, yeah, maybe a weekend in Aviemore like we tend to do every year with our next door neighbours. But that's local and not too chaotic. But yeah, we haven't got masses of plans this year and I'm quite glad about it because I feel like we really do need a calmer year. We've got some decorating we'd like to do, like I'd like to get the downstairs bathroom sorted out and there's a few like little homey bits like that would be nice. So yeah, I don't really know. Do you have any big plans for 2024? No, 2024 is nearly done. Do you have any big plans for 2025? I'm curious, let me know. I am going to go now, I think. Otherwise, I'm going to have talked forever. And I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow will be hopefully on track. I have got a little pre-recorded bit at the beginning of tomorrow where I am sharing the full Advent reveals because I was naughty and I opened them in advance so that I could film it and it was really fun. It was really nice being able to open like 5 days in one go. It was really fun. So I'll share that with you tomorrow and then I will just share some snippets of our Christmas Eve and the excitement of starting Christmas. Yeah. Thank you for watching. and I will see you tomorrow.
Hello, and good evening. Helen is wonderful, isn't she? We all love Helen. That's why we're here. But despite being amazing, she did forget one thing. She did a whole nice talking bit, and she did a goodbye and everything. But you were probably left with a strange feeling that there was something missing from the day. And I've worked out what that is. And so I'm here to share with you as a nice closing moment to today's most festive Vlogmas, what has come to be known as Joke of the Day. So, here's today's joke. What is blue and not very heavy? Light blue.